G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. It's acrylic pouring day today and I'm going to do a ring pour. Yay, I haven't done a ring pour for ages. I'm not going to do it on a spinner though. You know how I do these ones on the spinner and I sort of turn the cake turntable while I pour. And you get that sort of effect, or all kinds of different effects. But I'm going for something a little bit more movement, I guess, a little bit more natural looking today. So I'm just going to do a ring pour and then I'm going to tilt the old-fashioned way, tilting. Right, now when I do my ring pours, I like my mix nice and thick. Otherwise the rings don't stay circular, they kind of wobble, the colours all blend, so I like it nice and thick. So I make up my ring pouring medium in here. It's 70% glue, this is Elmer's glue oil, and 30% water. You can use whichever glue you want really, but just use a craft glue, don't use an all-purpose glue or a wood glue. It doesn't really work as well. And then my colours, I've just got they're all the Montmartre. So you can get them in this size. I think you can get them in a litre as well. And some colours you can only get in these little ones. The cyan or deep cyan blue, that's this one. You can't get it in the big ones in Australia. So anyway, I've got the little ones. So they're all the Montmartre. I've got the medium yellow, orange, brilliant red, crimson red, mauve, cyan blue, light green, and phthalo green and white. So this is a 40 centimetre square or 16-inch square canvas. So I've got about 600 grams of paint. So that should come up to about there. Make sure that whatever you're putting it in, you've got enough room to actually put all your paint in. You don't want to have something too small and then it all overflows. And don't have it too full, otherwise it kind of just flows over the sides like that. You want it not so deep that it actually comes out here. Anyway, you'll see what I mean. Right, 30 grams of paint, 30 grams of pouring medium. 1 ounce, that's 1 ounce of paint, 1 ounce of pouring medium. The white, because I want to put a little bit of white between each layer, I've got 60 grams of pouring medium and 70 grams of white. The white always seems to be a little bit thinner, so I made it extra thick. Well, not extra thick, but the same thickness of the others, but the white always seems a little bit thin. Now you can see how thick it is. Leaves a decent size mound on a mound on a mound. So nice and thick. Right, here we go. Oh my gosh, I've got like 9 different colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I want to do 2 layers, so I'm going to use half of what I've got for the first layer. I'm just going to put them here, and a little bit of white, and then the lighter green. Had to add more paint to the light green. Some of the colors were really thick and I had to add more water, and then some were really thin and I had to add more paint. So I'm just trying to put just a little bit of white in between because the white's got to go a long way. Here's the blue. Keep them in the order. Actually, you better move along. Move along, everybody. Keep them in the order so that I do them in the correct order when I do my second layer. A little bit of white. Hope I've got enough white to go around. I wasn't quite sure about putting the, the mauve and the red next to the white, but I'm hoping that I've got it thick enough. Oh, you are very thick. Hoping that I've got it thick enough that it's going to be all right and not go too pink. Let's put a tiny bit in. That mauve seemed to be, much thicker than the others. So it's kind of like a bit of a rainbow pour, but not necessarily all the rainbow colours. You can see how thick that paint is going in there. Did I do the white between those 2 reds? Oh my gosh, I don't even remember now. Doesn't look as if I did. Never mind. I'll come back around here. Okay, and then the yellow, and then the white, and then we start again with the green. actually. Oh gosh, okay. Maybe I didn't put enough in the first layer. Might be going for, yeah, I probably didn't put enough in. Looks as if I'm going for 3 layers, you guys. I don't know. Tis what it is. This one's very thick. I'm just going to add a little splash of water to that one. Seems much thicker than the others. I did have to add more water to this one. This is the mauve. I actually brought this from international. I had to get it from overseas. So I don't have mauve in Australia, which is a pain. It's a lovely colour. I hope I'm not making the layers too thin now, like not enough colour. I was planning on just doing 2 layers. Plans go awry though, don't they? Or is it awry? I think it's awry. It's a funny word. All right, little bit of white. Doesn't that look pretty? It looks so pretty in there. And you can see how nice and thick the colours are. They're staying separate. You know, they're not blending, which is what you want. Okay, and there we go. Next layer. I'm going to finish off my green. Try and pour it sort of down the side. So the colours that you put in first come out last. That's that one. A little bit of white. Light green. If you don't want to watch me layer paint, guys, feel free to fast forward. I won't know unless you tell me. I fast forwarded. I won't know. I don't mind. It's not exactly exciting, is it? But it's a necessary part of pouring. The mixing of the paint, that can get a bit tedious. I looked at the paint and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to mix 9 cups of paint this morning. But they're only little cups, so it wasn't too bad. I thought I might do a multiple ring pour. I haven't done one for a while. What do you think? You know how I do them on a long canvas? And I do like 5 or 7 rings, and then I just tilt up and tilt down. I don't go side to side, and you get these like, looks like tree rings. What do you think? Anyone interested in seeing another one of those? Let me know what colours. I've done a couple in blues. I've done some in browns, you know, that look like trees because of the brown tones. But yeah, let me know if you have a colour in mind that you'd like to see. Gee, I didn't use enough paint in the first layers. I've got lots left over. I have to, if I do this again, if I do this again, I'll have to make sure I use enough paint in my first layers. So like I said, the colours that go in last come out first. So they will be pressed, well, they'll move across to the sides. They'll be pushed out. Look how thick that is. Let's put some on the corners here, seeing as I've got a little bit left. But I'm hoping I'll go over all the corners, but this, might as well just put a little bit of extra on. Just make sure it's nice and smooth though, otherwise your colours won't, the other colours won't run across them evenly, so don't make them too thick. Make them nice and smoothed out. All right, there we go. There we go. Do I want some white in there? Yeah, got a little bit of white left. There we go. All right. Oh, That was a mission on its own, wasn't it? Let me get all these cups out of the way. And wipe my hands. All right. Are we ready? Ready, spaghetti. Oh, all right, I'll leave you there. I was going to zoom you in, but then if I start tilting, you won't see what I'm doing. I'll come around this side, onto the side here, so that you can actually see what's coming out of the jug. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Right, now this might take a while. Hopefully I won't get a sore back. So make sure that you're only getting a little bit out of the spout there. You want to get nice and close to the canvas. Starts off more of a bit of a wriggle, but as you get closer, you can sort of slow down a little bit, and try and get a little bit closer to the canvas, trying to go in circles. Make sure that you don't put your jug in, you know, the bottom of your jug, make sure it doesn't go into your paint. Sort of coming out in folds because it's so thick, which is lovely. Oh, here comes the orange. Hope I put enough white in between, because it's the white that stops your colours from, you know, blending too much and muddying. So a little bit of white in between. I might not have done quite enough white, but we'll see. My first attempt at it with the white, so we'll see what happens. I may need, because I was only supposed to do 2 layers and I've ended up doing 3, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work out okay. I might not have put quite enough white in, so I want quite a bit of the light green or white coming out in the center, so I'll just take my time and get what I can out. It's tricky to get the last little bits out, and it's tricky to actually stop the flow of paint. You kind of have to just put your finger on the end of the spout, but don't stick your finger in the paint. It's tricky. There we go, I did it. So you just hang on to the end like that and catch it. Oh, doesn't it look pretty in there? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Stop just in time, my hand's starting to get the shakes. Now, if you find that, you know, you had a little bit of a tail on the end of it or something, you can get a skewer and you can just go around. But I think mine's okay. You can just make another little circle, but I think it's okay. Right, so we're getting a few little cells and things popping up. That's just, it's normal. It's just the density of the different paints that create the cells. There's no silicone oil in it. Looks like I'm getting a little bit of pink from the white and the red, which I didn't really want, but I thought it might happen. I might leave one of the reds out next time. Probably don't need all those reds. Anyway, but I love that center. It's the center piece that you want. The rest of it's going to go over the edges, you know. It's that center piece that's really going to be amazing. So, oh, it's heavy. Let's get started. I'm going to go around in a bit of a circle first, just to spread the paint. And the colours will kind of roll over each other. If you wanted to, you could put down a thin layer of paint just to help your paint sort of all flow over itself. But, you know, you do need to lose some paint. You can't keep it all on the canvas. It's too thick. It'll crack. It won't dry. I'll go over this corner here without trying to lose too much paint. Over the corner. Always come back to the center. If you're doing ring pours, make sure you come back to the center before you go changing direction. Or, you know, it depends what you want. Depends what look you want. I'll turn this around so that you can see. Make sure you take your hand around. You want to be dripping into the center. All right, we'll go off this way now. You can see how thick it is. It's flowing pretty slow. It's help it along. Over the corner. Oops, I didn't go quite over the corner. And back. And around. Okay, so now I'm going to come back into the center again. But like I said, you don't have to. It depends on what kind of look you're going for. If you want everything to be kind of more in the center, like that centerpiece in the center, then you come back to the middle each time. But if you're not fussed and you want to have something a little bit more abstract looking, which I kind of do today, try and get some, maybe I'll get some of this red off because I'm kind of losing the blue. In saying that, I only had one blue shade and I had what, 3 reds and an orange. So, you know, I probably will have more of the orange tones. All right, come back a little bit into the center. You can see how thick it is. It's moving pretty slow. I'm trying not to lose all that blue, so come this way and hopefully won't lose too much of my blue. Probably should have thought about that and started tilting the other way first, but you don't realize until it's done where your colors are going to be. Oh, look at that. I'm going to keep that bit of blue there. Woohoo! Look at that. I'm going to keep my blue. All right, now I'm going to turn it around again because I need to, all the paint's at the top where I am, so I need to kind of move it down a little bit and then check my composition, see what I want to keep, what I want to maybe tip off a little bit more. But that's exactly what I wanted, like, you know, not too precise with the rings, like just in the middle. Move it around a little bit, have a little bit of movement and a little bit of different kind of a look. All right, I think that's about it. I like that just there. So there we go. Oh my gosh, look at that mud there. That's icky. What have I got in there that's going to make mud? I'm going to run my finger underneath just to catch the rest of that paint that's on the bottom. Missed that tiny little corner. I'll just use that paint that's there because it's the same colour. Carefully run under there. I have had a little bit of muddy colours happening. I'm going to just get rid of these gloves because they are gross. I think I probably could have made my mix a little bit thicker, you know, because we've got a little bit of muddying going on in here. It's not too bad, but could have made my mix a teensy little bit thicker. I'll do that next time. But what do you think? It's really pretty. I'll turn my ring light off and then I can take you down for a close-up. Actually, looking at it from this side, I wouldn't mind taking a little bit more off just here. What do you think? Just gotta be careful I don't touch the actual canvas onto my puppy pedal pad. Oh, I shouldn't have taken my gloves off. I'm going to take a little bit of that kind of lighter greenish colour off. There it goes. And back. It's still quite light green there. Actually, it's kind of gone like a turquoisey colour. Just going to, I think you can still see, I'm just going to put the weight of the paint back up again because I just took it all the way down. Come on, move. Move, move, move. All right, does that look any better? Now I've got to wipe my hands. I'm going to take my gloves off. All right. Oh, love it. What do you think? Do you like it? All right, I'm going to get you down for a close-up. Got some beautiful, beautiful shading and blending of colours, haven't we? They never look as good through the camera, though, I must say. All right, look at this. They look much nicer and brighter once I take the photo in the good light. do think maybe I haven't got enough white between my colours. You see the white there, which is really pretty. You can see, look how bright that red looks against that sort of mauvey colour. It looks fluorescent almost. There's my centre. You can see how the rings have kept their different colours. You can see each colour. Let's go over here. And that's because my mix is nice and thick. Few cells. If I'd make my mix a little bit thicker, I probably wouldn't have got the cells or as many cells. You don't tend to when your mix is a little bit thicker. So yeah, I wouldn't mind trying again with these colours, and I think I'm not quite sure which colour's making that kind of muddy-ish tone. Not sure. I'll see if I can work it out and then remove it. What do you think? Do you like it? Where's my yellow? Oh, my yellow's kind of gone. Yeah, I missed. There's a bit down there. I think the problem, I mean, it's still really pretty, but I think the problem is that I did the 3 layers instead of the 2. So each layer is thinner than what it should be. So how about we go again? I might do it now actually, while I've got all the paint out. And I'll do it again with just 2 layers and we'll see what the difference is, okay? Alright, I probably won't put the video up straight after this one. I'll do something else, but I'll show you the difference with just the 2 layers, which is what I wanted to do. Alright, I'll see you real soon for the next one. Hit that little subscribe button and hopefully you'll get notified when I put up the next one. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys. Love you all. Bye for now.